Hello, my name's Jason and welcome to another episode of me painting. Today we have a 20 by 16 canvas and I've covered this area with some black gesso and I've left a white area. That's going to be our lightest point, and then I left that to dry about half an hour, and then I've put a very thin even coat of liquid clear over the entire canvas, and now I'm going to start putting some colour on. So let's get a bit of phthalo blue. We're going to have a scene deep in the forest, in the woods. So just tapping my bristles so you get an even distribution of colour. Let's just get that bit of oil that's dribbling out of the dark sienna. Okay. Right, now using little X's, start covering the canvas with this blue. Phthalo blue, very strong, so you don't need much. Okay. Gives us a nice little sky. Tap some more on. You just cover it all in the blue. Everything can have a phthalo blue tone to it. Of course, you can use any of the semi-transparent colours on this, like the Sap Green, Alizarin Crimson, Indian Yellow, Phthalo Blue, Phthalo Green. They all work brilliantly. Okay. Now then, let's gonna have some water there, so I'll just make sure there's a good amount of blue in. Okay. Right then. Let's start by putting in some little trees back there. Maybe we'll use a little bit of brown and sap green. Brown and sap green. Maybe we'll... Actually, let's do some bluer ones first. Let's use another 1-inch brush. Let's just use some phthalo blue. This is just pure phthalo blue. Just tap on the bristles. Let's put in an indication of a few little trees in the background. Just using the blue. Wherever you think there should be some background trees, just put them in. Just put them in. It's your forest, so you can do it the way you want it to be. Okay, and then let's use a little bit of the titanium white and just tap. Let's highlight a few of these. Maybe, let's put in some, let's not forget some tree trunks, little background tree trunks. Using the liner brush, let's get a little bit of this blue. See, I'm getting excited, I want to get the painting going really quick, but I must remember to tell you what I'm doing first. Otherwise I'll just start throwing the paint on. So let's put in some little tree trunks using the liner and with a bit of liquid clear. I'm just having a look and just putting in the indication of a few little branches, just here and there, wherever. Okay, maybe there's one there. Okay, back to our 1-inch brush that we was collecting some white for some highlights. I'm just sort of pushing into the paint so I get some on the end of the bristles, and then looking at the angles, have some highlights, maybe there. There's a little highlight here, wherever you think. This side it's sort of going this way, hanging down, going the other way. Up here. Get some brighter ones so you can see it. You can keep this quite subdued at home. Just want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, maybe it's quite dark here, so let's just put a little bit more up there. Okay, yeah, let's leave it like that. And then in front of that, let's use some of this green. Let's get a little bit of the Phthalo Blue in with the brown and green. So we've got Phthalo Blue, VanDyke Brown and Sap Green here. Just to make our dark colour really. And then tap. Let's start working on some darker areas that sort of go in front of this. There's a tree there. Maybe there's one here as well. And we can start building it up. Just put in some dark. Or you can use a 2-inch brush if you prefer. You don't have to use the 1-inch. If you want to get it done quick, maybe the 2-inch is better. If you want to spend a little bit more time, maybe just the 1-inch. It's up to you. It's all good fun. It's fun to use the 1-inch brush and the 2-inch brush though. Let's just put in a few darker areas in there. We'll start highlighting these now. Still with a dirty brush, let's go into some of this Cad Yellow. Cad Yellow, a bit of yellow ochre. Just mix it on the brush. Let's get a little bit more of that brown. Let's just dull that a little bit. Don't want it too bright yet. A bit of bright red, that works well as your duller. A bit more of the Sap Green. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. So I'm just tapping. Okay, let's have a look. So I'm just thinking where the light's hitting and just putting a few little highlights on some of these. So the light's coming out, so it's hitting a few of these branches. Maybe there. Okay. And you want to keep these dark areas, keep some of these dark areas, because that's where our lighter areas are going to stand out. Maybe there's a little bit there. Thinking about branches. Thinking about how they would hang. Okay, maybe let's put in a few little branches that we can see. Just dropped a liner brush. It's alright, I've got two. Get into some liquid clear and some of this VanDyke Brown, maybe a bit of dark sienna as well. VanDyke Brown, dark sienna. Let's get a touch of white. just so we can see these. And then twist on your bristles. Let's put in a few little branches. A few little branches that we can see. And you can put these in before before you put in the highlights or after, it doesn't matter. You tend to see them all better in the lighter areas. You'll have a big bit of a trunk there. You can just see, maybe there's one here as well. Wherever, you just pick them out. Maybe there. Then you've got to think there's less light probably hitting this area, so you can go darker with your colours. See a few of those. Yeah, let's carry on. Let's go a bit darker. Sap Green, in with this yellows. It's a bit of Indian yellow on there. Let's start having a look at individual branches. Let's start putting them in, thinking about the way that they would hang. Okay, maybe there's a bit there. Yeah, a bit there. And over this side, sort of see, just sort of pick them out. Have a look at your picture, and you'll see some areas that look like they should naturally have little branches, and you just put them in. Okay, now let's start working on our water. Now I just dip my fan brush into a tiny amount of liquid clear, not much. And let's get some of this white, a bit of blue and white. Let's use some of that blue, it doesn't matter. All adds to the fun. Okay, now we've got our water. Our water, it's sort of merrily coming down here and to about there, and then it just goes choo, choo. A little bit more, it goes to there and choo, choo. And then maybe it hits here and it splashes. So I'm just sort of pushing up and then splash. Let's get a bit more of that white. Let's make it a bit more obvious. That's better. Okay, and then a few little highlights on those splashes. There we go. And then we'll bring that forward, but let's use the detail knife. Let's get a bit of this brown, pull it out very flat. It's just straight VanDyke Brown and cut across. A little roll of paint, and let's put in sort of a rock just to hold this in. Let's do it. Maybe there's a bit there as well. Use some of that paint up. Maybe there's a rock. This is flowing and it goes from behind the rock. Let's put a bit of that there. Okay. Maybe there's a bit over this side as well. Just let some of that brown come off the knife. Okay, and then Let's highlight that. A bit of the VanDyke Brown with dark sienna and some white. Make it very marbly. And then cut across a little roll of paint again. A little roll of paint, and let's just highlight a little bit of that. Just a little bit. Don't want it to be too bright. Okay, now then let's bring some of this grassy area. Let's bring some of it down. Some little hangy downs. Okay, maybe some down here as well. Right, let's start bringing this water forward then. Back to our fan brush. Get some white. A little bit of blue and white. And this water, it's come over, it's fallen over, and it's flowing. It's playing, it's travelling, and it's going to come. Say it comes all the way out here. I'm using quite flat strokes. I'm leaving some areas quite dark still. Maybe it comes out to there. Maybe it's splashing there, maybe it's hitting a rock. You can do whatever you like. Okay, let's start. Ooh, it looks like there should be a little splash there. So you have a look at your picture, take a step back, have a look, and then if you want to add little splashes, or where maybe there's rocks, or maybe there's a tree, or whatever, just put them in. Just put them in. Okay, let's start working on this area. Let's go for this big brush. Big brush. Let's get some of this grass. Yellow ochre, Indian yellow, Cad Yellow, Sap Green. Let's start. Maybe it starts here. Just give it a tap. Let's start putting in some grassy areas. There's a hill there. So the angle that we use our brush creates the angle of the land. So whatever we do with the brush affects the angle of the land. Let's go a bit darker. A bit darker. Okay. Let's just put that in. Sort of grassy area. Maybe there's a bit of light and it's sort of hitting there. So we'll just put a little bit of a lighter area there. Yeah, whatever. And maybe this side, just get a bit more dark. Maybe this side, but it's sort of quite steep. Just by using different angle of your brush, you can create that. This steep, put little hangy downs. Okay, maybe it sort of goes like that there. Create a little bit of a ridge There's going to be something growing off it. Okay, so we've got some, maybe there's trees. Yeah, there's a big tree there, big tree. Let's get some of this VanDyke Brown. VanDyke Brown. In fact, what we could do, get some dark Sienna there, VanDyke Brown one side, and then dark Sienna and white the other side. And so you've got your dark on one side and light on the other, and then let's say our light point here, we can just go create a tree, the highlight and shadow in one stroke. So let's get the get some more dark one side, light the other. Let's do another one there. Need to get more paint. More paint. Okay. Got a couple of trees there. Maybe there's one that sort of a gnarly one over this side. It's back to our dark and then the light. Dark one side, light the other. Maybe there's a, it sort of goes to there. Let's get some more paint. Just doing these big trees, you need lots of paint. Okay. Yeah, maybe there's another one. I think there'd be another one around this area. Maybe it's a thinner one. Just growing off there. Yeah, it sort of goes. Yeah, like that. Okay. Okay, let's I get carried away with this, start seeing things. Maybe there's a branch. I feel like there should be a branch that goes like that. Yeah. Yeah, so let's start putting in some little extra branches in there. So using the liner brush with a little bit of liquid clear again. Let's get some of this brown. Some of this brown, and some white, and then twist, so it's nice and thin, and twist your bristles. Let's put in some branches. Here and there, wherever you want to be a little branch, just put it in. Can make it wiggly. There's one there. Maybe there's one there. So you just have a look at your tree and have a think about where you want your branches to be. Maybe there's one here and here. There's one there. And then this one, there's one there, there's a wiggly one there, maybe there's another, just wherever. Think about the wildlife, where's the birds going to sit, where are the squirrels going to go. You need to put in those areas for them. Right, now let's start highlighting that. Just go straight into the Cad Yellow with our 1-inch brush. Go for somewhat lighter than before, a little bit lighter, so it just stands out a little bit in front of what we've already got. So this tree is in front, so we'll do this tree first. Just tap in some little highlights here and there. Maybe on this one. Okay. And this one we'll start, we'll go this way. Thinking about the way they'd hang. Okay. This one back here. Just put a few on. Okay, and then let's sort of clean this bit up. Clean that bit up a little bit. And let's clean up the tree up there. And then what you could do, I'm just going to wipe my fan brush. Just wiping the excess brown off. We don't need that. And the light's coming this way, so what we can do is sort of drag some of that colour out. Just sort of darkening it behind the tree. Just pulling some of the colour. Just adds a little bit extra to it. And then maybe the liner brush can start putting in some little twigs and stuff here and there, grassy things, little details. Whatever you like, it's up to you. So I think I'll call this one finished. Get a little bit of paint thinner, some of the bright red. I'll just twist the bristles, and we'll give this a little, this corner, JB, and a little bird for the masters. Okay. Thanks very much for watching this picture. I hope you give this one a go. It's a fun one and I really enjoyed it. So cheers, bye.